Hello and good afternoon and welcome to Fancy Football. The question is, can anyone stop Manchester City? Can any team in the world stop Manchester City? That is the question for all of us today. And we had a poor show at the Santiago de Bernabeu yesterday, where Real Madrid narrowly, like I said, narrowly escaped from that match against RB Leipzig. We'll also look at a match between Real Sociedad and PSG. We'll talk about it, and we'll also talk about the match between Bayern Munich and Lazio. And all of these we have on the Champions League round of 16 review show on Fancy Football today. And with me on the show is no other than the Sport Bishop, Nonso Adenuchi. Good afternoon, man.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being part of. Thank you for having me on the show. It was a pleasure to be here. I tell you, the Champions League have not disappointed, and it seems finally they're not separating the boys from the men.
Yes, the boys are being separated from the men, and what an irony! What we saw at the Santiago de Bernabeu yesterday, um, Real Madrid didn't come to play at all in that match, and I was just so because it was the match I focused on yesterday because it was the match of the day. Notwithstanding the City match, like we all said, was formality, but that match was the match of the day. But Real Madrid won the match, won the like I said, they won the tie 2-1 on aggregate after a goal at Germany by Raheem Diaz. But we expected them to come into this match firing from all cylinders. People expected them, but not me, and I'll tell you why I didn't expect them to fire on all cylinders. This is the match for me that they could have won, and they could have won comfortably, very very well. But Carlo Ancelotti and his boys decided to go for another tactics that hurt them in that match. Uh, the sport bishop, I don't know what's your opinion in that match and what you saw in that match and why did Real Madrid uh, played poorly on that night. This is the first time I'm seeing them playing poorly on the night on the night in the Champions League round of 16. Uh, what's your take about the match and why do you think Real Madrid played poorly in that match?
I think they played poorly simply because they got an RB Leipzig team who came out, to prove a point. It was not as if Real Madrid were bad, but they were pegged back in that encounter. I could see, I said something during the preview, and I said that the only thing that can stop RB Leipzig from getting something from this game is if they could be clinical. In the first game at the Red Bull Arena, they were by far the better team. They created more of the chances. They should have won that game by over 3 or 4 goal margin before that goal scored by Brian Diaz, that brilliant goal. And I said, okay, the brilliance of the players that Madrid has got have shined on the night. Fast forward 2 weeks later, and the same thing boiled out again. They had a chance. Danny Olmo crashed the ball later on in the encounter. The Paulson came in, had a chance, scuffed his line. And it seems they had to wait for their captain and centre back, Willie Orban, to get them the only goal they've got. But come on, they were by far the better team, created lots of chances. They were wasteful in front of goal. They pegged they looked, made the Real Madrid team look a bit ordinary. But one thing about the Madrid team that they've got jokers, absolute jokers in that team. Players who can turn the game on its head without even screaming. They don't look at the combination from Jude Bellingham. That run, that pass, and the finish, the exquisite finish, the way he scooped the ball past Golassi, the goalkeeper of RB Leipzig. So it tells you that all the team used quality, and nobody could stop them. So for me, again, RB Leipzig will be cursing their luck on how they did not get past the round of 16. But come on, you have to respect the caliber of this Real Madrid team. They've got history, they've got clout, they've got culture, they've got a fantastic coach in Carlo Ancelotti. And despite their struggle off the pitch, we know that before the game, this guy was given a 2-match ban in the Spanish La Liga for his outburst against Gil Marzano, the referee, I beg your pardon, against Valencia. We hear that this man is under the knife in court. Talking about Ancelotti, we hear it's going to be 4 years and 9 months. That is what the prosecutors are asking the court to charge him for tax evasion. So a lot as for the Carlo Ancelotti, and it tells you that they forgot about what happened off the pitch and they got the job done. Not the prettiest of performance, like you said. They didn't create lots of chances. It was a below par performance by the shot. I think RB Leipzig will be actually, like I said, they'll be cursing their luck on how they did not go through. But it's football, and these things happen. I think the job they did at the Red Bull Arena was enough to just kill them through in this one. Consider go by Brian Blair, but come on, the 2 goals for Madrid showed quality. But all we could, the story of the day for the 2 leg, both the first leg and second leg, will be wasteful RB Leipzig.
Yeah, wasteful RB Leipzig. They were so wasteful yesterday night. I just think that I saw Real Madrid performance at the Mestalla over the weekend. Was it at the Mestalla? Yeah, over the weekend.
Yeah. Mestalla against Valencia.
They had a poor performance against Valencia over the weekend. But I think in the second half they came into the game with Vinicius Juniors always there to save them. Always there. We also thought that a goal has gone in when Jude Bellingham scored as well. And but if you watch that match, really, I think Madrid had no right because
to win that game.
Yeah, the referee can decide to stop the match at any time that he wants.
Exactly.
Yes, anytime that he wants. So Madrid had no right to complain in that match. But this is football for you. It is not basketball that after the whistle or after the buzzer, the point you score can still be counted. It is football, and every goal counts when the game is on, and every goal does not count when the whistle is being blown.
Absolutely.
Yes, but like I said, and I will keep on saying it, they might be poor on that day or yesterday night, but the truth is that Madrid are still a team to beat. Let's put aside Man City being the favorite. They are still the team to beat in this Champions League. Let's forget about the issue of them having a poor night, because they still have players that have done it in that team.
I think for Real Madrid, the fact that they've got history. That's the thing for Real Madrid. You see, there's never a bad Real Madrid team. I've said this a lot of times. Yeah. There is no bad Real Madrid team. You know, they may be struggling for form, but when they hit their gear, they can beat any team in the world.
They will be very dangerous. I just feel that it's just one. If it happens again in the next round, maybe in the next round, then we'll have to start questioning Carlo Ancelotti and
I'll borrow your words. They are made for the Champions League.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay. Quickly. The story of the night still remains at the City Stadium, where Manchester City beat FC Copenhagen by 3-1 and 6-2 on aggregate to win the tie. When you look at this match, I just, like I said, or like we said in our preview show, that it is just a formality, because City are too strong for this side called FC Copenhagen. Yes, Copenhagen have young players and a mixture of experienced players, but you don't expect them to go to Man City and turn this tie around. You don't really expect them to do that. But the question I want to ask you, and the question I'm asking everyone on this show, is that can anyone stop Manchester City from winning the Champions League this season? I know you've answered this question before, but I do want you, and I'll tell you the answer you gave me. If you give me a wrong answer, I will tell you the answer you gave me at that time. I know you've gone through this whole issue of City being the favorite. Yes, they are. But can any team stop this City side this year in Champions League?
I think they can. They are. Come on now. When there's a Real Madrid, anything is possible. There's still a Paris Saint-Germain. We kill and Papi flying. We'll come to that very soon. There is us now. Hopefully they get past or topple.
There's still a certain runners up of last season. Very strong team. People are just they are more than strong this time around, and very dangerous as well.
And they have the luxury of even resting players. For exactly. So it is doable. I think they can be beaten, but the bookmakers always tip them to be favorites. That for so many reasons. Come on, let's be realistic. Manchester got to be they've been playing in the Champions League semi-final for how many years consecutive right now? 7 or 8. Quarterfinal 7 or 8, and they've got a manager who oozes confidence and oozes swagger in Pep Guardiola. They've got a team that the coach made how many changes yesterday, and yet they were still impeccable. Whether it's Julian Alvarez, Bernardo Silva, whether it's Jack Grealish, whether it is this young man, Jeremy Doku, whether it is Phil Foden, KDB, Haaland. They've got a team that is very, for lack of words, sumptuous. So I think we need to we need to give them their favorite tag. They are favorite, but come on, there are teams that can beat them. See, we already knew before the draw that FC Copenhagen was no match for them. That would take an absolute miracle to get past them. And the question was how many would Man City put past them? And into like 6, not exorbitant, and still not yet fantastic, but they got the job done again. Yes, they could rested, but he saw the boys. Look at that finish from Akonji. Look at the time and space he had with the ball. He won't have that against Real Madrid. He won't have that against Arsenal. He won't have that against Inter Milan. Julian Alvarez as well. I'm not forgetting about Ele Haaland, who can stop scoring goals. It seems this round is the round of strikers. We talked about Vinicius Junior in Real Madrid and how he's scoring goals to save the blushes of Real Madrid. And then Ele Haaland and his scoring attributes. He can't stop scoring goals. We'll come to Harry Kane and Kylian Mbappe at some point on the show. This is the round for this. This is the round of the strikers. Both Mbappe, Harry Kane, and I'm not forgetting Haaland has the same number of goals in the Champions League this season. But let me see, Man City has got tools, man. Every coach the coach has got a beautiful headache. On who should I start, who should I drop? The squad looks very boisterous, look very bogus, and come on. You can't bet against them. It's going to be very difficult, but come on. They are the favorite, but there are teams that can stop them. Don't forget, there are times that we expected them to win the Champions League. And remember, something Tottenham Hotspur stopped them. So they are one match away from being knocked out, in my opinion. The Champions League is a very cruel game. Doesn't matter how well you play. It could be played so well, but that day is not your night. And it could be sent through the exit door. So far, so good. They're doing the job well. They are still in the FA Cup. They are still in the league. The Carabao Cup is done and just Liverpool are champion, but the way it's going, they are favorite for every competition they are playing at the moment. So give them their favorite tag. Are they beatable? The answer is yes.
Yes, they are beatable, and we'll see who will beat them in the Champions League. But as for now, they are firing from all cylinders, playing really good football, and I just hope that they keep entertaining us. We that are on the fence for now, they keep entertaining
the neutrals.
Yeah. Me and you are the neutrals. That's why we are talking football.
Absolutely. Let's enjoy it while it lasts.
From they always use the word from Paris to love. This is from Paris to Sociedad, and that's what happened in Spain when Kylian Mbappe and his gang visited Real Sociedad in the round of 16, and they won the match 2-1 thanks for a brace from Kylian Mbappe, and the rest is history. I don't know. Like I said, you remember in the last show I said Luis Enrique is making a big mistake. This guy is already going. I said milk him out, milk him of everything out. If possible, make him out to win the Champions League for you. That is it. Instead of substituting the guy midway into the match, blah blah blah. It's uncalled for. I think the president of PSG should be very, very careful. I know orders are coming from him. They can be angry, but this is football. This guy cannot stay with you. You cannot give him what he wants. But now that he's with you, just milk him. Try and milk him. In short, milk him and steal away the manual at the end of the day when he's leaving. So going to Real Sociedad empty-handed at the end of the day. But look at the scoreline. On aggregate is 4-1 with a tie, and then 2-1 in the night. But what a goal for Kylian Mbappe! See,
I think the big question is: can anything come out for Paris Saint-Germain if not Kylian Mbappe? That's the question. Because as much as you want to flog the owners for trying to to tell Kylian Mbappe you can't be bigger than the club, and in your own opinion, try and milk the cow until there's no milk or no juice left in the cow. The thing is this: no matter how they try to frustrate the boy is indeed a rare gem. Come on, I'm one of the people who believe that nobody is bigger than a club, but I believe that Kylian Mbappe, to be sincere with you, is an absolute blessing to football. Paris Saint-Germain are lucky to have him in their ranks. They snapped him up early at the age of 18 from Monaco. And let me say, the boy has shined like a million star. Take out Mbappe from that game at the Al Anoeta. The rest that should have won that game. They were the better team. They created lots of chances. They even had a goal disallowed by the VAR for offside. They got a goal scored by the captain Moreno. A beautiful strike late in the 89th minute of that encounter. They should have scored 4 or 5 goals, just like RB Leipzig were wasteful as usual, which has been their Achilles heel. Eziabal, the guy who was also in our picture, Mikel Eziabal came in, but still wasn't at his best of form.
Since he came back from that injury last season,
exactly, he hasn't been what he used to be.
Oyotaba.
Yes, and I don't think the coach trusts Sadiq Umar enough to give him the run. He tries to play Eziabal and of course Solot, the man from the Solot is from Norway, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the man from Norway to lead the line. So for me, I think Paris Saint-Germain should be grateful to God for having Mbappe. Those 2 finishes were exquisite. He turned the defender ragged, left, right, and then bang. The finish was right on the money. And then for the second goal, the speed at which he went past the defender as if he was not there, and the fact that he gets Gripper the eye, and still went for the near angle and got the ball past Romero.
I think he's the only striker. He's the only striker that can score such kind of goal. I've seen him score goals like this. He just comes. He doesn't.
It is the I'm telling somebody, it is the Mbappe's goal. He did that at the World Cup twice. He just gives you the eye, and then
he has scored short goals in the near post like 5 times.
More than 5 times. It is goals. He just gives you the eye. He gives Goalkeeper the eye, and instead of thinking he wants to go for the coiler, not the first goal, he went for the coiler, and Goalkeeper was trying to score. The second goal, Goalkeeper was expecting to go for the coiler, so he had taken a step to his right, and then the boy gave him the eye, and smacked the ball into the front post, and there was no chance for Romero. So kudos to see, if I'm the one, like I said, I agree with you. Let's keep traveling with Mbappe. We'll sort out life after Mbappe when Mbappe leaves. But for now, he's still here. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. Let us soak it in. Let us have our last taste of the wine. Let us drink as much glass as we can. Let us have him go around the table, because for everything good has come from Paris Saint-Germain in the French League, and have come from Paris Saint-Germain as well in the Champions League. It has been Mbappe. The three, we'll come to that towards the ending. He has scored 5 goals in the Champions League. Who will argue with that? This guy has scored 34 goals in 35 games this season. He has scored 4 goals in 35 games this season. Harry Kane has scored 33 goals in 33 games this season. Haaland as well, his numbers is also astronomical. He's the top scorer in the Champions League, top scorer in the Premier League. But Mbappe stands out tall. The boy is the real deal. And now we see why Madrid are trying to break the bank. They are trying to stop the bank to get his signature. What a player. And the reason why Paris Saint-Germain can be in the draws for the Champions League quarterfinals is because they've got a young man like Kylian Mbappe. Because look at them, they were far below average. All the players didn't step up on the night. Watching them play is excruciating, but Mbappe is the shining light in the midst of the darkness for Paris Saint-Germain and their fans. Absolutely.
Absolutely handful, man, from Mbappe. Thierry Henry gave an analysis of the goal, and he was asked, "Can you do that?" He said he doubts, but he for him, Thierry Henry always look at the far corner. He always look at that open side, and he always scored that open side. But on the near post is something. I knew Haaland scored something like that yesterday at the near post with his left foot.
Yeah,
but Mbappe is the master of scoring from the near post. We'll come back to the debate between Kylian Mbappe and Harry Kane and Haaland towards the end of the show. But let's continue with what we have. Finally, let's go into the last game of the day, where there was redemption for Harry Kane and Bayern Munich in the Alliance Arena, where Harry Kane scored a brace for Bayern Munich, and the match ended 3-1. 3-0 and 3-1 on aggregate for the tie. The likes of Kylian Immobile couldn't really fire RB Leipzig. I think there were no there were no match for this Bayern Munich side at the Alliance Arena. I think you will agree with me and also that this team were no match for
There were
Bayern
no
Munich.
match.
Yeah.
There were no
So,
match at all. I totally agree with you. Even though I believe Bayern Munich were below par, they were not up to speed. They were not. I don't think they hit the third or fourth gear. But come on, Lazio were nowhere close. You know, who do you call when you find yourself in trouble? Put a call to Thomas Muller and Harry Kane, and they appear. I think that's what they just. Oh, we're having issues. Who do we call it? Thomas Muller, the longest serving player right now at the club, and Harry Kane, whose numbers right now deserves a trophy at the end of the season. I don't know if he'll get one. Only time will tell, man. But the guy has proven that exactly. The guy has scored, I think, 5 goals in Champions, 33 goals in 33 games. The boy is scoring goals, and you can't stop him. How do you stop Harry Kane? You let him score goals. The fathers right now, they've lost clues on how to stop that man. He's good in the air. He's good on the chest. He's good with the hold-up play. He can assist. His 2 legs are bullets in the making. So how many are blessed? Is he doing his job? Oh yes, he is. Is his job what he's doing? Is he yielding much result? That's up for you to debate, Philip and the rest of the gang. But like I predicted, they will have just enough to get through to the next round, and that's what they've done. They've shown why. See, the Champions League is the Champions League. It's a League of Champions. They have so much experience, and they knew 2 goals in 3 minutes for Harry Kane and Muller in the first half was what decided the game. I know they scored late on. Harry Kane scored late on, but come on, those 2 goals, those silenced the crowd. Don't forget that Lazio had a chance earlier in that game. Ciro Immobile had a powerful header. He should have scored that one. He nodded the ball wide, and I think Bayern knew that. Wow, if this guy scores first, it could be disaster and could mark the end of Thomas Tuchel as the coach of the team, because the season will be over, in my opinion. They have to be competition of the Champions League. So what he did was they just saved Thomas Tuchel's season. They saved their season. Since 2011, Bayern Munich have not ended the season without winning a trophy. Could 2024 be the year? Is a long period from now. I can't say. Don't forget, it almost happened last year. But late in the game, they won it at the final match of the season with Dortmund. Throwing the trophy to them. I don't know how, but I can't explain. But it happened last season. So I will hold my thought and wait until what happens to the end of the season. But come on, Lazio were no match for them. Whether they had all the players, whether it's Guendouzi, whether it's Cataldi, whether it is Ciro Immobile, whether it's Zakanye, whether it's Pedro, the quality in Bayern Munich, whose quality from Matthew Ter, who just signed a 5-year contract, to Jamal Musiala, to Kane, Muller, to Joshua Kimmich, who was playing as right back on that day. The coach said, I'll play Pavlovic, a academic graduate, and play Kimmich at the university midfielder. Tuchel is a stubborn man, and he's stuck by his gun. That's why he knows he's leaving at the end of the season. So it is what it is. I think Bayern Munich were by far superior. They used a lot of quality. And like you said, 3 unanswered goals, meaning no reply for what Bayern Munich had put on the table.
Good. Yeah. Excellent display from Bayern Munich at the Alliance Arena. And I think for us here in fantasy football, we'll come into the debate now. Will ask. There is a question we want to ask each and every one of us here on this show when it comes to strike force and the way goals are being put into the back of the net. And for me, if you ask me this question, I know my answer, but I want to ask all of us today this question. This question that has been bugging all of us in world football. Let me just come up with it. It's really bugging all of us in world football. So I will ask this question, guys. The question is, who is currently the best striker in the world? Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane, Erling Haaland. Guys, if you are watching us now, please just comment who is the best striker in the world. Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane, Erling Haaland. Currently, the best striker in the world. But the Sport Bishop, let's talk about it. Between these 3 players, who do you think is the best striker in the world? Let's look at this.
I don't know why you're asking me this question, because I'm having fever. My chest is bulging.
Not fever, that's the reality. But let me put it this way. Who would you want to lead your lines?
To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line.
If you are,
To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Kane lead my line. To be sincere with you, I would prefer to have Harry Why Harry Kane? I know you asked me why Harry Kane. It's simple. The guy has got everything. He has got absolute everything. 33 goals in 33 games. He's not far away in the assist table as well. He's a good. He knows how to hold up play. He knows how to bring other players into the game. He can assist as well. He's good. He's good right foot, left foot aerially, and most importantly, he can also play as a target man. So, for who is the best striker right now, it has to be Harry Kane. His numbers is phenomenal. At some point, his Spurs. Don't forget last season, he had the same numbers of goals and assists. Highest number of goals and assists for the team. He was the top scorer in the. He was the top scorer in the league and the top assist in the league. In the league that has the top class players. So for me, if you take Harry Kane and put him in a Manchester City team, he will score goals with reckless abandon. I can agree with you. He will double what Harry Kane does. We saw that with Spurs when they had ordinary Chris Eriksen at his best. Harry Kane was feasting on goals. Mbappe, I don't see Mbappe as a natural number 9. I see him as a winger, though he can play as number 9 because he's not a person that wants to stay put. He wants to be involved in the play. He wants to take on players. He wants to run at people. He wants to show his skills workshop. He's everywhere and anywhere. And his productivity rate is very high, both goals and assists as well. But when you come to someone who leads your line, I could have him at the side of Harry Kane, but for who lead my line, he has to be Harry Kane. Haaland is a great player. I don't doubt that. He's a beast, you know. What I love about him that he wants to improve. But if you watch the game against Manchester United in the Manchester derby, you will realize that he's also human with that chance he missed just 3 yards away from the goalpost. So for me, as much as all these 3 players are fantastic players, the best striker in the world has to be Harry Kane. When it comes to doing the job of a typical number 9, who will get you goals, who will put fear in the hearts of defenders, has to be Harry Kane. You see, a striker is 1 chance, 1 goal. You don't need 2 or 3 chances. Pape do need 2 or 3 chances at times. Haaland also flops his lines at times. But Harry Kane, when he gets that chance, he buries it. When he has a bad day, the team suffer because he plays more than a number 9. He plays everywhere. He has a little of everything, and that's what makes him a better striker than the other 2. Though he's aging, fortunately, football has not been kind to him trophy-wise. But when it comes to doing the job of a number 9, the guy is little. And he has proved he can be the man you can bank on when it comes to top games. For me, it's Harry Kane.
Okay, it's Harry Kane for you. And you want to know my tops? You want to know who I want to lead my line, sir?
I want you to know. I really want to know. Trust me, I do want to know.
Okay, I think for me they are good. They are all good strikers. For me, what I want, because I want an all-round player that can play. What I mean all-round player, a player that can play in the front line, across the front line. Whether you have a good hold up play doesn't really matter to me because most times teams don't play with that striker that can hold the play. I think for me, and I also need a player with speed. You see,
we know your answer already. We know your answer already.
You know my answer already. But modern day football, and I want to explain my answer, please. Hold on. Modern day football doesn't really require you having a top striker at the top. Yes, but it also requires you to have. We also what happened in the World Cup final. To be frank, I don't think Harry Kane can pull off what this guy pulled up in the World Cup final. Even Haaland cannot pull it off what this guy did in the World Cup final. I don't think any of these 2 strikers can pull it off. Single-handedly take the game by his neck and pull it off. These 2 guys cannot do it. But this man, this young guy that is 24 years of age, and for me, the top striker in the world, he's a striker. Let's forget about it. Whether he runs, just because he runs like a winger or runs into the channel,
he doesn't stay in the position. That's my problem with him. He doesn't stay there.
Yes, but boy, he can take a game. Not even on his good day, even on the bad day. And we saw what happened in the final. France were having a bad day in that final. And he took that final by his leg and told the Lionel Messi, I am here. Even though he lost, he said, I am here. Before you take this trophy, you must sweat. And what he did was to make Lionel Messi and the Argentina side sweat till the penalty shootout. And for me, he hasn't stopped there. You can call it the French League a farmers league. We'll see him in Real Madrid next season. And we'll still see what he will do. And he will do more than that because he got guys that can pass the ball, that can give him the services that he wants. That's my opinion. I won't force it on anybody, but if you're out there, share your comment with us and tell us what you think about these 3 guys currently leading the lines for their team and who is the best.
So please call his name so they can understand. Many people may not know who you said.
Kylian Mbappe. Okay, guys, time is well spent. Like I said, it's a 30-minute show, and we have
Yeah.
thank you, Sport Bishop, for being part of the show. Always in the house, always present when we call on you, and you've never disappointed us. So
Yeah, thank you very much.
we will see you guys on Monday. We will see you guys on Monday on the UEFA Champions League preview show, where we'll look at other games, the likes of Arsenal, Inter Milan will be playing. We'll also see you tomorrow as well, when we look at we'll be talking about the top five. So the top five will be coming on your way at exactly 2 p.m. UK time and 3 p.m. Nigerian time, if everything goes well. So thank you so much for being part of the show. And on Saturday as well, we'll have Brenda in the house as well. Hopefully on Saturday we'll have her in the house to come and talk about Nigerian football, the voodoo of it and every other thing that we had, Pesero and every other thing. We hope to have her on there. And then that is it on fancy football. Follow our transfer show as well. Our transfer show is exciting. Follow it, like, share, comment on fancy football. This question is still there on our transfer show, so follow it as well. The video will be up hopefully in an hour time. Thank you once again, also, Alice the Chief, for being part of the show today.
Oh,
And,
always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
and hopefully we'll be back here tomorrow for the top five, when we'll look at top five European leagues.
Absolutely.
See you guys, and like I always say, gracias.
Cheers.